first of all, I guess we can get started. I want to definitely thank you for taking the time out to not only read the book, but to take time out of your schedule to, get on and kind of just do this session and this visionary session and kind of just talk about, the book and what it meant to you and, just welcome you as a fellow visionary. I appreciate it.
Of course, anytime, Lacey. I'm a big fan of the book. I had a great time reading it, so I can't even complain, man. Thank you for having me.
No, 100%. So I mean, it's just the whole purpose of this is just to kind of, gain some insight into the book and how it affected you. And I mean, for the record, it's the visionary, a collaboration of visionary insights. My idea for even writing the book was just to create an invitation for all visionaries from all walks of life to just kind of to collaborate, with camaraderie and brotherhood as just like the baseline of the visionary culture. So I'm actually extremely happy that this is what's happening, right? And we're in separate places. We're on video. We're collaborating. We're going to talk about some positive things. So we can kind of get into it. Well, first off, how about just introduce yourself and give us a quick synopsis of who you are, what you're working on, and then we can go from there.
Of course. My name is Ricardo Ramirez. I am a 2018 UNLV graduate with a bachelor's in marketing. I currently have an office administrative job while working on the side on my own company, Munchie's Boutique. We're a CBD company, kind of specializing in cuisine to where it's more catered towards the cooking side of CBD. Hopefully we'll have that out real soon for you guys. I'm a father of one. I have beautiful wife, beautiful son, happy family, 29-year-old, just kind of getting on the right path, seeing where everything in life could kind of put me at right now, because I'm in that stage of my life that it's kind of every move kind of counts right now. Being 21 and having fun is different than 29-year-old family man. Kind of visualizing where in life I want to be when I'm 40, 50, retired, my son in college, and me and my wife somewhere vacationing in Hawaii. So pretty much, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So.
No, that's awesome. Awesome. Well, again, I just want to say welcome. And I definitely, I mean, we've had a time to spend and communicate. So I appreciate your journey. I appreciate where you are. And I definitely appreciate you inserting the book, The Visionary, into it. And so I'm really excited to just kind of see, just where you are with. I mean, the awesome part of this whole experience for me is the fact that just through my experiences, I was able to create something that is affecting people positively and moving them in a certain direction, whether it's one way or the other. So, I guess we can just kind of get into it.
Perfect.
So just in your own words, like if you could introduce the book to the world, the visionary collaboration of visionary insights, like how would you introduce the book?
To me, it's I think the visionary book is a tool, a tool to kind of help you put everything on track, answer unanswered questions that some people are maybe too afraid to ask. I know a lot of people are very egotistic, but going to something like this it's a tool that allows you to put everything in focus, just like it talks about building a dream team, just keeping your eye on the prize, stay positive. It's all kind of journeys that I've been through these last couple months with my business. But the book really did help me out with kind of just focusing all that. So I essentially think it's just a great tool for anybody who wants to just further themselves in life and just pretty much take advice from one of the best.
No, I really appreciate that. That's awesome. That's a good introduction, by the way. Thank you.
Of course.
And then was there any particular part of the book that impacted you the most?
The book itself, it was good. What got me the most was pretty much the first chapter where you were just talking about who you were, because I kind of see your pretty much life kind of a little bit like mine, as well as a lot of family members, because we're both from LA. We both come from troubled teens. Growing up in LA, it's no walk in the park, and I just love the fact that you really put dedication out to say and give love to your family, your kids, your mom, all that fun stuff. And that's kind of what got to me the most in the book. But as far as like PowerPoints that I've caught on that kind of helped me, yeah, the book's just full of it, um, just parts talking about just. I think my favorite was the fact that you said, you should really sit down and thank yourself and give yourself a pat on the back on whatever parts in life you are achieving, those milestones, instead of like an old like philosophy that kind of went through my head before, that if it was eating, I would kind of put myself in a bad mood. But the fact that I got myself there, the fact that the hard work that I put into it really does deserve a pat in the back. So,
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, it's so important too, just because, I mean, at the end of the day, we are the engine, we are the fire for our vision.
yep,
So if we dim our own light or if we put out our own fire, it's virtually impossible to continue, especially when you're building something big or you're trying to have other people's energies or other people join forces with you. Like, it's very, very important for you to recognize how awesome you are and how much you've done for you, and then it
yep.
all pretty much goes from there. So that's awesome. I'm really happy about that. I guess another question I had was, well, you kind of answered it. That well, I was kind of going to say, like, do you have a favorite quote or a chapter or part of the book or any highlighted areas? But you have something
I
additional to that, or
No, I do have a
oh,
favorite quote.
okay.
Let me see. Let me see here. I want to say it right because the way you worded it was really good. Let's see here. So you wrote in chapter 9 has the sections on take action, pretty much a story that you were talking about. And then essentially in there, you wrote a part that said, a repetitious and motivated mode of operation creates the blueprint for dream realization. I really like that phrase. That it was really cool, man. When I read it, it really got to me, and I was like, yeah, just kick it on to gear and let's do it.
No, 100%. I really like that portion as well, and it's so important. And I think for a lot of visionaries, it's difficult to get into that mode. But once you get into that mode, and once you really have
Mm-hmm.
some clarity, or even if you get into the mode of creating clarity through that mode,
Yep.
then it's easier to get to where you're trying to get to. I think that I mean, a habit, right, is just something that you do over and over and over. And I mean, there's a lot of books that say it takes a certain amount of time to create a habit on a 60 days, 90 days. But I just think that in the mind of a visionary, because it's so vast and we're so creative and there's so much that we want to do, I think that we have to streamline that and just make sure that it's in line with our vision and where we're trying to go, and then do that repeatedly. And I think winning is the only option at that point. So
Of
no, that's
course, of
dope. I
course.
like that. I like that. That's one
Cool.
of my favorite parts as well.